Thousands of villagers on the Indonesian resort island of Bali were sheltering Saturday in sports centers, village halls and with relatives, fearing Mount Agung will erupt for the first time in more than half a century. Authorities raised the volcano's alert status to the highest level Friday following a tremendous increase in seismic activity. It last erupted in 1963, killing 1,100 people. Mount Agung, about 75 kilometers from the tourist hub of Kuta, has been rumbling since August, and officials have recommended that people stay at least 9 kilometers away from the crater. The Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade has advised Australian tourists in the area to monitor local media reports and follow the instructions of authorities. An eruption could also affect air travel, and passengers should call their airline to confirm their travel plans. Hundreds of small tremors have rattled the mountain this week, causing almost 10,000 people to leave their homes as of Friday over fears of a volcanic eruption. Residents stay at a temporary shelter as they evacuate following increasing seismic activity of Mount Agung in Karangasem, Bali. Residents stay at a temporary shelter as they evacuate from a dangerous area. Tremors happen very often, so we are afraid, and I have taken all my family members to the refugee shelter, villager Iwayan Suwarjana said. Villager Matsuda said he left overnight with 25 family members to stay in the clunking sports center. I feel grief and fear, feel sad about leaving the village and leaving 4 cows because it's empty. Everyone has evacuated, he said Saturday. The National Disaster Mitigation Agency said no one should be within 9 kilometers of the crater and within 12 kilometers to the north, northeast, southeast and south-southwest where lava flows or rapidly moving white-hot ash clouds from an eruption could reach. Mount Agung has been rumbling since August. Apwaskita Sudadiwa, spokesman for the Disaster Mitigation Agency in Karangasem district around Mount Agung, has said nearly 11,300 villagers have been officially evacuated. He said the real number of displaced might be 2 or 3 times that, since many have voluntarily fled their homes. Officials have said there is no current danger to people in other parts of Bali, a popular tourist island famous for its surfing, beaches and elegant Hindu culture. I hope the eruption is not too big, and hopefully not many houses are destroyed, said Wayan Unirtini, who left his village on Friday night with family members. I was very worried last night, he said. At 11:30 p.m. we said we have to leave, and many other people in our area were also leaving. In its last eruption in 1963, the 3,031-meter 9,944 feet Agung hurled ash as high as 10 kilometers 6 miles and remained active for about a year. The mountain, 72 kilometers 45 miles to the northeast of the tourist hotspot of Kuta, is among more than 120 active volcanoes in Indonesia. The country of thousands of islands is prone to seismic upheaval due to its location on the Pacific Ring of Fire, an arc of volcanoes and fault lines encircling the Pacific Basin. The airport on Bali's capital Denpasar, a top holiday destination that attracts millions of foreign tourists every year, has not been affected, but airport management are watching the situation closely. The Australian government put out a travel advisory Friday instructing travelers to exercise a high degree of caution in Indonesia and follow the instructions of authorities. More than 1,000 people died when Mount Agung last erupted in 1963. With REUTERSAFP 2017.